You ready? You are live.
Hello and welcome to Mind Your Business Monday. I'm your host, Arlita.
And I am Travis, the
And
co-host, and we are
AKTK
AKTK
all
all day,
day.
baby. Let's do this thing, girl.
That's
Let's do
right.
it. So, Mind Your Business Monday is brought to you by On Point Alliance, where we provide identity-related solutions through a diversified scope of services, with fingerprinting and background screenings being our primary services.
So to learn more, you can scan the barcode at the top of the screen and connect with us, see everything that we do, and yeah, how to partner with us.
And don't forget, guys, at the end of the show, we'll be giving away a trip to either Cancun or Las Vegas. Yes, you heard it right, Cancun or Las Vegas. Terms and conditions will apply. And no, this is not, I repeat, this is not a timeshare, guys.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Eh.
So, so the winner will get to select their preferred destination, and we'll give details later on in the show. So, three ways to win the trip. First, you gotta like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel
Gotta
and to
do all
our
three.
social media platforms. And number two, by commenting. So we will randomly select somebody just from their participation today on the topics. And three, this is the hot, juicy one. Whoever can answer the question that I asked based on our conversation wins a trip. So there's three ways to win a trip.
And everybody knows Alita is known for going Oprah on everybody. She like to give you a trip. You get a trip. You get a trip.
One day
Everybody
I'm
gets a trip.
one day, not the arm. One day I'm gonna be able to give away cars and houses and land and cows and all that good stuff. So Mind Your Business Monday is designed to be a compass for small business owners and individuals that's looking to grow. So we'll be bringing on other entrepreneurs and subject matter experts to help you do exactly that. So the goal is for you to grow both personally and professionally.
Right.
And all of our topics may not necessarily be geared towards entrepreneurs per se. It could be your day-to-day activities, just how to operate more efficiently.
This is true.
So if this sounds good to you, like I said earlier, go like, follow, subscribe, and share our broadcast, and click the notification bell so you can be notified when we're going live.
Sounds like a plan. Now, Miss Olita, make sure we got everything going right here. We are going live. However, I am not seeing it showing up on our page. So, are you seeing us live
Okay,
through
give me
your
1 second
page?
and let me confirm because we
Because we
want to
want to
do this.
make
Going to be a juicy
sure.
conversation tonight, so we got to make sure that it's Yep, we are live. I'm seeing us
Okay.
on our business page. Let me check my personal. Boom.
You can.
Okay, give me a second. And we are live on our personal page, on my personal page.
Okay.
And then let me see, y'all. We learning. We getting this all together.
We need for everybody to see.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Uh.
All right, hold on, y'all. We're gonna one day have somebody doing all this technical stuff.
Yeah, when we blow up like that, we'll
But
be
you
able
gotta
to
do
do
what you
that.
gotta do.
We'll be able to do that. I think I got it on here now. It's on my page now.
Okay, perfect.
It's on my
All right.
page now.
So
I'm
now
gonna make this.
I sure can tell you how to tell if it's actually showing live on our YouTube page. But I'm gonna believe God.
It's on there now. I got it on there now. I
Oh,
promise I do.
okay.
So anyway, guys, did you want to say something else, Alita, before we get
Nope.
started?
No, I'm
Okay.
good.
So guys, we're gonna do this is part two. This is
Hey
part two.
Michelle.
This is part two of how to work together as a couple, guys. We started off last week, and we're going to pick this up for part two of how to work together as a couple. I guess we were thinking about this after the broadcast and with some of the people that we've talked to since this time. Um, we don't want to just keep it, even though this is a business page and a business segment. Um, we understand the necessity of just how important it is to work together as a couple, even if you don't have a business. So I think this will be pretty encouraging and enlightening for all couples, married couples, soon to be married couples. It'll be some helpful information that we'll be talking about today.
Yep.
So you guys will definitely want to tune in. Again, as Olitha said, please, guys, like right now, we just need you guys to share, because this is going to be some very, very, very helpful information. Now, first thing we're going to do is do a recap on last week's discussion. We focused on elements to effectively work together with your spouse. We're going to let Olitha take the first two, and just to do a recap.
So we talked about respect. We have to respect one another, respect each other in our different roles. We have to respect each other uh, in the context of uh, our differences and not crossing over what happens at home to what happens at your office or your workplace or in ministry.
Right.
Setting proper expectations. I know my husband. Okay.
She know me.
So we put things in place that he can still be himself and I don't have to micromanage and then I don't have to go crazy because he's not moving in my pace, but we have software and platforms and resources available for him to use that we can meet in the middle and set some boundaries so that neither person cross them. And in that way, we all can stay true to ourselves and grow as a team.
Right.
So, Travis, you can take the next two.
Oh, I'm sorry. You flew by that so fast doing the setting proper expectations. Okay. Point number, what was it? 4?
3, having a team mentality.
Okay. Team mentality. What am I off?
Yeah, don't worry about it. Just talk
Okay.
about having a team
So
mentality.
anyway, having a team mentality, guys. Not you heard the saying. There is no I in team. And one of the things that some of us in our relationships can have that mentality of I have to do this, I have to do that. And in order for us to work together as a team, we have to have a team mentality. We got to come into whatever that project is, whatever that business is, knowing that we're in this together and that we can get things done together. And one of our mottos is we're stronger together. And I know with Olitha now, a lot of the things that we've experienced in our marriage down through the years, things always seem to have worked better when we actually came together. And I'm not just saying, because it's possible to be together in the same place, but not be together. It's possible to show up at a place together in the same car, but not necessarily be together. So the whole mentality of team and making sure that you are doing what your part to make sure that the other person is the best version of themselves that they can be. And then the last point we talked about was communication. Communication is key. That is a big problem in a lot of relationships, business and personal. It is so important for us to communicate. I know a lot of times, we get, I don't want to start nothing, ladies. But a lot of times that whole, well, you should have knew this is what I wanted, or
No, the husband be the one
you
who's
should
doing it.
know me and know that this is how I like this or this how I like that. And to be fair, none of us are mind readers. So communication is the key. I'm right, or at least it goes both
Okay,
ways.
hold on,
I'm
Paul.
just
It
saying.
does go both ways. So since you gave an analogy on behalf of the husbands, I want to give one. Just like you guys not setting, like telling us how you communicate is like we want to give you space. Then we go away too long. That's a problem. We try to come make sure you're okay. Do you need anything? That's a problem. You don't want to communicate. You don't want to tell us what your expectation is. So we are expected to just know because you always throw tantrums. And then I guess because you've been doing it for 10 years, we supposed to know what that means. Okay. So yeah, not
I'm
you.
gonna safely go. Yeah, I'll safely
Not
go back
you.
to both
I'm
both
just talking
ways.
on behalf of wives regarding husband behavior.
Well, it's
Okay.
both. It goes both ways. It goes both
Yes, it
ways.
does.
The whole point is there are no. You didn't marry a mind reader,
Nope.
as much as some would like to think they are. You didn't marry a mind reader, and communication is key. If you have a just something that you don't like, some you don't understand, it's better to communicate those things and talk about it. And that'll make you listen. It'll make you stronger for the better. Okay.
Mm.
Now, after that recap, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna hop into three three different elements that will cause you to have an effective working relationship, business or personal, guys. So I'm gonna go ahead and pop up the first one, and Arlita, you can take it.
So making sure that your intentions align. I heard from it was I believe it was a TikTok, and a lady, I don't remember her name, but she said when intentions don't align, there will always be conflict.
I agree with
When
that.
intentions don't align, there will always be conflict. So it just made me think about two people having good intentions, because that's when most of the arguments start. I didn't even mean it like that. Why you take it like that? And then we start going back and forth, right? Um, two good intentions can cause conflict when we don't set proper expectations. We're not
Mhm.
talking about our understanding our goals. We don't know what we're trying to do. A lot of times, one or the other person talk, but they're not really listening because all they can think about is what they want to do, what they need, how they feel, what they think, and they
Right.
are quiet to let you talk, but they're quiet to respond
To
versus
respond.
quiet to understand,
Right.
to and
Listen.
appropriate listen to what you just said, you know. So a good example of this, Travis and I, we done worked through a lot of things, and he may want to. Travis love working with our customers, hands on with our customers, right? Baby, we got 600 5-star Google reviews. Okay,
Eh,
he pays no
hey,
games.
that boy bang. Hey.
Listen, he like a mascot, y'all. Like for
Woo.
real.
All right.
I need to be charging an extra $10 for anybody that get assigned to him because they be cracking up. I'm hearing their voices ringing down the hallway, you know. However, as the office manager, because Travis more boots to the ground running an office, I'm more behind the scenes now, building a business, establishing the relationships, finding opportunities for us to grow, right? So when I was here by myself, because in the last broadcast I told you I was like by myself for a couple years before the pandemic. So when Travis came, like we didn't run out of anything. I had a whole little system, a little process. So when Travis come and I'm like, okay, boom, he dealing with the customer, boom. I'm at meetings, I'm at networking events. I come back, stuff halfway, we empty, running out of stuff. Y'all know how I feel when you go to Popeyes and they ain't got no hot sauce and your
A
mind,
chicken.
how
A chicken.
y'all yelling chicken and don't have no freaking hot sauce, right? So that's a pet peeve of mine. So the rule in our office is when it gets down to half, refill it because tomorrow we may be super busy and you don't even have time to restock it. But if we keep it at half filled, it's always gonna be enough for us to get through, right? Now, Travis, I told y'all he's spoiled. he want me. I think he was for a long waiting on me to keep coming and restocking his room, sweeping his floor. But baby, he got about 10 Google reviews, 5-star Google reviews that day, right? And then he processed
Count them.
he processed each customer, and I'm like, babe, listen, listen, listen. And so that was one of those things where he had good intentions and he focused so much on one area. And for me, I'm like, dude, we can't run out of stuff that runs me nuts. And the second example, quick example, Travis likes to treat his office like it's his office at home. So
It is, Mom.
my mind is on branding. Like each room look exactly the same. Like when you go to a McDonald's or a Chick-fil-A
There
or
you go.
Subway, everything looks the same no matter where you go. So as we start growing and expanding and opening up new offices, everything has to look the same. This dude want to have a file cabinet in his own spot, piling up. He want to use the file drawers on the wall a certain way. And I'm like, dude, this is branding. We literally have customers that come sit and they scan this room, our room. And one man literally counted our cups and tops. Everything in our office is so we're very meticulous, right? This is why Travis tried to say I'm a little OCD, but everything in the room is like even and clean and sanitized, and these people actually pay attention to that. So you can't just have stuff packed under in drawers and on the like that runs me nuts. He got good intentions. He's just trying to keep his little stuff and own his space and be great. And for me, that runs me nuts. I'm thinking about branding. He thinking about being comfortable so he can be great with the customers. Do y'all see how two good intentions caused conflict to where I had to explain to him so he can fully understand why I'm stressing do it a certain way. He subscribed to the idea and we got past it, but y'all, it wasn't easy. Okay, it wasn't. Why can't I have? Why can't I? I'm like, bro, this is not your home office. This is the office. So I use that on a lighter note, like little things like that can cause us to get on each other's nerves.
And
And
it did. And it
yeah.
did.
Hmm.
And hey, and that's one of the things you learn as you have been together as long as Alita and I have. We don't pretend for nobody. It's like y'all don't get on each other's nerves working together all the time. But like, yes, we do. I don't think nobody can do it better.
Yeah.
There's no human being on the planet that can lean on my nerves the way Miss Alita lean on my nerves. And vice versa. Nobody can lean on her nerves like I can. But we do understand that we're in this together. So it does take some compromising. She really did explain the whole branding thing because I just felt like I should have had my file cabinet because I had a little plaque I wanted to sit on there for everybody to see or whatever. And I just wanted this. It's like, and then she gonna deny. Listen, y'all, she denied me like respectfully. How you gonna politely deny somebody? I'm like, I would like this file cabinet right here, and she was like,
I just didn't approve it.
no, you may not. Thanks for asking. Wow.
Hmm.
But she did explain. She's like, babe, it's branding. Everything had to be the same. And I'm like, oh, okay, all right. So it was something I can give in, and I'm still able to be great. I'm doing it. So
Yeah.
intentions have to align, guys. So I will take the next one. This is very important. And I learned this a long time ago. Making time for each other. So it's so easy to get caught up in everything that we have going on. Got to do this, whether you got kids, whether you got ministry, you got your jobs, you got whatever that's going on, trying to build your business. And before you know it, you looking up and it's like, y'all straight brothers and sisters. I mean, it's like you get up in the morning, you work, you go all day, you hustle, you hustling. And then at night, you jump in the bed, you dog tired, you knocked out. And after a while, it's cool for a moment. But then after a while, it starts to take its toll because if you got all this business stuff going on, and you're so busy focusing on trying to build that you don't make that time for each other. And whether or not we say it or not, sometimes our actions will begin to show. It's like, wow, why she seem a little, you know, moody, for lack of better words, or what's wrong with him? Why he seem a little off? And it's really because when you deny yourself the time together, time where you shut off work, you shut off everything else, and basically just focus on each other, um, you really start to miss it, and you start to feel it subconsciously. May not be at the front of your mind, but subconsciously, you start to experience certain things. And when you start off losing or not making time for each other, guys, it just makes it that much easier for. That's how separation happens. I'll put it that way. Separation can happen like that. You got anything you want to share on that? Because I
Yes.
ain't trying to do my pastor
Resentment.
talk. Hmm.
Resentment is easily invited through not making time for each other.
Right.
I think it can be an act of selfishness when you
I agree.
don't. One of the things that I proposed in our relationship was we alternate weekends. Like Travis might get first and third, I get second and fourth. Where each whatever weekend it is your responsibility to plan something,
Hmm.
right? Um, we ask each other. I know Travis subscribed to it, eventually in our marriage. I'm just real big on asking, what do you need from me? Because the person he married, that ain't who is sitting here today. That little girl, I'm not that same. I'm not the same person I was 10 years ago, 7 years ago. December 31st of 2021, I'm a totally different person because I'm growing and evolving. He's growing and evolving. Things that we like, food we like to eat is different. So
Hmm.
paying attention and listening to each other. I know a big thing for me was I hate having to ask him to do everything. Can you just see that there's something I need you to do and just do it? Like volunteer. And it ain't it so much that I need you to do so much. Is a lot of times I just want you to want to do it. And I don't even really need you to do it, but can you just want to do it? So for example, when we get to work, whoever, and I think we shared this once before, whoever has a client assigned, like our system automatically assign a technician to our customers, right? So whoever has somebody first, if especially if it's early, like we open at 9 and we got somebody at 9:15, we get here early, we put our bags down, and we head to the person's office who has a customer.
Your first client.
Make sure they straight, make sure they don't need anything so they can focus on dealing with this client, right? Well, I used to do it trying to lead by example, but he just was acting like Stevie Wonder, like he wasn't seeing it. So he have a customer, I'm doing this. I have a customer, he ain't come down here and check on me. Y'all, don't y'all know that got on my nerves so bad? Because I'm like, wait a minute. I'm trying to show you how it's supposed to go. And at first I used to say something and I got quiet. I didn't keep talking and fussing about it. But what I did do, I stopped going down there as much, and I believe he noticed it. So he'll poke his little head around. You okay? Yeah, I'm okay, chump. You know.
Always chomping somebody.
So, and so eventually, he will come because most of the time my first appointment is going to be a meeting, a Zoom or something like that. He will make sure I have coffee, make sure I have me some water, make sure the fan is on, make sure I don't need anything. So eventually he got it, but it was me leading by example, because remember I told y'all separating work from home. That's what I would do with any employee. I would just keep doing it and keep doing it and keep doing it, so they can see this is how. I don't ask any employee or volunteer to do anything that I'm not willing to do. So and then when we start having our huddles, and which means our meetings, and in it we will highlight each other wins and what we can do better individually. And so this is like an open, honest conversation, so the group can say there's nothing you can do, everything you're doing is great, or yeah, well, if you could do this, this will help me be more successful. So we had an open conversation and created a safe space that nobody can really be in their feelings, because we at work. This ain't about arguments or what you do or don't do at home. And so that will be my opportunity to say, Travis, thank you. I'm noticing you taking the initiative to do X, Y, Z. Well, who don't like to be praised?
Right.
Who don't like to be acknowledged? So give him opportunity to say, and me asking, hey, is there any resources that you need? And no, it's just it's just a matter of me utilizing my resources. So it really took away a lot of the sting, uh, because we set that time aside as a team, and we set that time aside as a couple. Are we still working on it? Yeah. I'm loving him thinking about being a little more creative, with our dates and us doing things, but he's getting there. So E for effort.
I didn't know it being graded, but I thank you for
I
it.
just thought I'd say that on our publicized broadcast.
Hey, well, you know how we do it. We keeping it transparent. We keeping it
Yeah.
100. Because one of the things about it, like I said, Olitha and I have been together for 25 years.
Yeah.
We're not a perfect couple. We are striving for perfection. We are
Mm-hmm.
perfect for each other.
Mm-hmm.
So we can speak on that. And these are some things that we have seen through our years of ministry, of being able to counsel couples and just witness certain things that have happened. Wisdom and experience have caused certain things to happen. I'm gonna do this real quick, guys. I'm gonna ask that you guys again share. Now I'm gonna say this to some of you guys. The only silent partners we want are financial silent partners. Okay. So for those of you that like to watch and you don't want to click because you don't want us to know for whatever reason that you watching us live, please go ahead. We're not gonna pick on you. We're not gonna bother you, but we do want you to like and share. That's how this whole social media thing works. We need the likes, we need the shares. So if you guys would be so kind, we get so many views, but we don't get that many shares. And we know we're talking some good stuff. And like I said, whatever you think about us as a unit, we're standing the test of time. 25 years is a nice amount of time considering how quick and hot pockety these relationships or these marriages are lasting these days. So we know a little bit about what we're talking about, and we do believe that even if it's not you, somebody can benefit off of the things that we're talking about. So please, 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 please share. Thank you so much, Lisa, for letting us know that you shared. Thank you so much, Shauna,
Thank
for letting
you.
us know. Once you do share, please, yes, let us know that you shared it. We're trying to
Don't.
help everybody that we can, guys. Because some of this stuff that we're talking about, we know people who deal with this stuff. You know what I'm saying? We know
Actually, yeah.
marriages that have ended because they stopped making time for each other. They got the whole intentions they start clashing, and we there's some things that we've experienced. We're like, man, if we had somebody like us telling us some stuff that we share with young couples, man, we would have a lot of stuff that we did experience we would not have had to experience had we had what it is that we have. But we do know this: God has us here, and he has us here for this, for what the Bible says, for such a time as this. We are here to share what it is that we have so that we can help people. Again, not just in business, but just in relationship, period. Okay. So yes, it is, Lisa. Support is everything, and we definitely want those. So as you guys come on, please like, please share. so that other people can see this. So making time for each other is important. And now here's the
I
kick.
want. Oh,
Go
go
ahead,
ahead.
Olitha.
I thought you
No.
was gonna pause and make time for me to say something.
Oh, already. Wait a minute. Already did, chump. Oh, no,
No,
you
I was
good,
gonna tell you.
chimp.
Listen, all y'all who peeking through the blinds, you know how y'all be being nosy, peeking at y'all neighbors, but you don't want to step outside on the porch and just be like, boom, what y'all out there doing being nosy? Y'all ain't gotta peek through the blinds trying to see what the kids doing. Just come on in the room.
Yeah, we wanted we
Come
talk
on.
to we either talk to you or leave you
Okay.
alone. And thank you for showing
Yeah.
up.
But
Okay,
it, don't side, don't, be what you would want somebody to be to you.
that's it.
You want somebody to show up. Don't silently support. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, support us
Just,
in
just
the open.
yeah, just let the shades up. Just hey, turn the light on. Boom. So I just had to say that because that's what it feel like it's peeking through the blind.
We thank
Yeah,
you guys for those that have shared, and we ask the
thank
other ones that
y'all.
are watching to please share. Now, here's the third point we're gonna bring up, guys. It's gonna get probably a little touchy.
Can I say one thing? If there's any couples, Shauna and Gerard, Lisa and Kim, that y'all would like to hop on and just dialogue with us, you ain't got to tell us nothing about your situation specifically. Just want to dialogue with us. We would love to have y'all join us. So, yeah.
Yes, we would. Lisa said it's the time to be nosy. I know that's right. I know that's right.
Right. Like,
Here we go, guys. Extending grace to each other.
yes, that's huge.
This is huge.
Who's gonna start? You want me to start or you starting?
I can start it.
Go for it.
Okay. Um. So what we've learned, and we'll use ourselves for example. We've learned that what you will find yourself doing in a relationship is extending grace to everybody else except your spouse. You extend grace to your coworkers. You extend grace to your employees if you have a business or your supervisor or something. You extend grace to your friend, your ghetto friend, everybody except your wife or everybody except your husband.
Yep.
They're the ones that don't get the grace extended. And then they're the ones that wind up being miserable because no grace has been extended. And then it's like for you to be the husband or the wife, you look like, now if I would have did that like that, you'd have ate me up.
Yep.
But I watch you extend grace to other people. And then it feels like I'm getting the brunt of what you really want to give to other people. I'm gonna stop there. I'll let you
And
take it.
that's where that big R word, resentment,
Yeah.
start taking root.
Mm-hmm.
And in that resentment, you start feeling disrespected. You
Mm-hmm.
start, you're angry. Now you snapping it in. Y'all be like, why we argue about every little bitty thing?
Everything.
Because you saying something to me, but I can't say it to you. How you gonna correct me when if I'd have said that to you, XYZ, right? So that extending grace, especially at work, like we have to know how to separate work from home. We have to know how to separate in front of our family versus at home, because sometimes we get our families involved with stuff that ain't got no business knowing what's going on in our house, right?
Exactly.
Excuse me. And or versus at the church, like we gotta just know how to separate it all. And I believe um counseling, not just because
There's an
things are going
issue.
bad, just to nurture your relationship. Because Travis and I, do we have one? No, but we will love somebody to talk to, just him as a man, me as a woman, both of us evolving, things are
Changing,
changing,
growing.
a lot of elements. So, that is, you said it perfectly, Travis. Like how we stuff that we wouldn't say to somebody else, we so comfortable and common saying it to our spouses.
Right, right. And that's one of the things, like, even when I was pastoring a church, and one of the things the Lord had to chin check me on was I was so busy trying to protect the church from what I thought would be a us versus them mentality. And while I was protecting the church from the us versus them, what wound up happening was I was leaving my wife, who was my first church, I was leaving her open and vulnerable to being mentally abused, emotionally abused, you know. And the Lord had to chin check me and say, hey, wait a minute. That is your first church. You take care of your first church, and I will help you take care of my church. And so when he, like I said, chin checked me on that and got my attention, and I was able to see what was actually going on. And I was actually able to make the adjustment to be able to be the shepherd to my first church, as the word of God says, loving my wife as Christ loved the church and gave himself for it. And a lot of times we do lose that because we're extending that grace out to everybody else. We're extending it to the church. We're extending it to this one. We're saying, and then, like Olitha said, and when you're not extending it to your spouse, then that is how resentment comes. And y'all can understand, 25 years just for us? No, we're not the same people we were when we met each other 25 years ago. Things that we liked or that I liked and she liked, we find that we don't like those things anymore. Things that were okay at one time or hey, things that were cute.
Yes.
When you get good and grown, it ain't cute no more. Okay? It's not cute. So it's very important to learn to extend grace to each other. Stop being so short with each other. Well, y'all hear what I'm saying? All of this stuff ties in together, because when you are making time for each other, guess what's happening? You're getting reacquainted. That's the thing about it. That's where it comes into play, when you get reacquainted and learning this new person that you are with, this person who is growing, who is maturing, who is developing. Certain things that you thought was okay before, you'll see that it's not that way. It's not that way anymore. You have to handle. I had to learn. I had to handle my wife differently than how I used to handle her upon the time when we first got together. So extending grace is very, very important. I think we got a comment from Shauna.
Yep.
Uh, do you want to read it, or you want me to
No,
read
you
it?
go ahead.
Okay, so Shauna says it's like we forget that our spouse have feelings, and it takes the chin checks to get us to get. Shauna, listen, I know they say that it's probably an old term, but I'm saying that's what the Lord did to me. He gave me a hard, he gave me a hard chin check to say, hey, you getting this wrong, partner. And there were some blessings that were being held up because I failed to understand that. I failed to give and extend that grace uh to my wife, that she's my partner, that I'm not in this thing by myself, and I have to consider what it is that she's experiencing, what it is she's feeling.
Mm-hmm.
So absolutely.
I would like to add, being what each other need versus what we think the other person need.
That's good.
Being what the person need versus what we think they need, because still that's loving selfishly, because it make you feel better that you did this, you did that, you said this, you said that. But and then your spouse seem like they're ungrateful because you know what you did, but you didn't address the need, right? It's like I'm hungry, but you want to give me a shirt, you want to buy me some flowers, you want to do all these things, but you're not addressing the need. And I think we need to just be mindful of that, and in those needs being considerate of the other person. It's not necessarily compromise, not willing to compromise, but it's certain things. I know my husband, and
Mhm.
certain things he just don't, either not interested in, don't like. I don't care what it is. If it's out to eat, like Travis don't like to eat outside. I'm not a big outside person. Just depends on what it is. So how I'm gonna get in my feelings because we out on a date and it's beautiful outside, but I'm gonna get mad because he don't want to eat outside. Like
Too many flies outside.
bugs, you know what I mean? Like, and I'm using trying to be, be light because y'all know I can be very, we both can be very transparent.
We
But
can.
just it's little stupid, simple stuff. Because most of the time we arguing over dumb stuff. We as couples, we have some legitimate stuff, but how many people just um uh put the hand emoji if you and your spouse have had like just little stupid arguments? It wasn't even
Oh,
nothing.
I got one.
Go ahead.
Wait a minute. What are we gonna eat today?
Oh my lord!
So I don't know what you want to eat. So it's like,
I
oh,
thought of what we were gonna
think
eat the
about
last time.
yeah, think about what you want to eat. Well, what you want to eat. I don't know. I'm asking you to think
Well,
about
why
what
I
you want to
gotta
eat.
always be the one pick what we gonna eat?
Because I asked you first. I mean, like what so then what I started doing, I'll tell on myself, I started getting slick. I start calling off stuff I know she don't like.
And he thought he was being slick. I peeped that a long time.
I say Chinese food. You
No,
know we just had Chinese food yesterday because I knew she wasn't gonna want it. So I figured if I say it again, then she would come up with something because she really don't want it.
y'all,
That didn't work too.
we
It didn't work too well.
literally have to pull over, and for like 10 minutes, I'm like,
Yes.
stop driving. What's trying to say? Woo, Lord, it started, girl, a full blown out war. Do you hear me? So then we start getting it slick, like, or trying to be smart, like, okay, what don't we want?
Let's do process of
Process of
elimination.
elimination,
Don't want no
right?
hamburger. Don't
Right.
want no chicken. Don't want no pizza. Oh Lord,
Yeah.
what y'all want?
Well, what do you want? So it's just so irky, but
That's this example, guys. Y'all know it's how it happens.
What's
But
another example if somebody can put in the chat? Because I guarantee you we didn't experience this.
I would really like to hear somebody say what's one of theirs that they didn't.
Yeah, like what's one
Sound
of
like you got one of them small.
stupid little getting on my nerves.
Like how do you what's another one? Ooh.
Oh
So
my
many.
gosh. Okay, we can have a whole conversation, talk about something for months. Then when it's time to do it, he done shifted, changed his mind, ain't gave me no heads up. I be wanting to. When you gonna tell me you
I
didn't
don't
want
want
to
to
do
do
this
it.
no more? Why you didn't tell me that? And then when I said, well, okay, babe, why? He don't have a good reason why. And then I think he'll try to be slick. I'm just not feeling in my spirit.
You know what?
The Lord ain't told you that. The Lord ain't put that in your little raggedy
I ain't
spirit.
say he put it in my spirit. I said I don't feel it in my spirit.
In your spirit.
That's what I
Come
said.
on
I
now,
didn't say the
Travis.
Lord. I didn't say the Lord put nothing there. I'm just trying to say.
Yeah. Yeah, like come on now. That's another. Like I always go with the last thing we talked about. And if I feel like we need to pump the brakes on something, I'll tell them, babe, I don't think we need to do it, and here's why. Or I don't know. I just don't have a good feeling about it. Don't have a good feeling about it is a reason.
Shauna said.
Rod driving slow and letting cars get in front of us. I have to repent and apologize every time. Just that
Oh,
police officer.
oh, think we. I don't know. Have we ever had one of those? Have we ever had one of those uh driving? I only okay. So okay.
No,
Oh no no no
our
no no.
driving is you don't want to drive, and then you gonna tell me to drive, and then want to tell me how to drive. So I
Oh,
will
don't say
show
that.
clean, plump, pull over, and let
All
you drive.
wait. All I be saying. I am a very defensive driver, guys.
Well, defend the road
I am
then,
very.
and you
I'm a
drive.
very defensive. So just because I am giving helpful tips that will keep us safe does not mean or warrant you looking at me and asking this question as she says, so do you want to drive? No, I don't want to drive.
Well,
I
be
just want to
quiet.
get where I'm getting alive. I'm just trying to give you the
No,
helpful
and now,
tip.
come on now, bro. You know I'm not no reckless driver. You just want to tell me when and how and
I said defensive driver. So defensive is because of what the
Travis,
other people
I
is
ain't
doing.
studying about you slapping the word defensive on it
All
don't
I'm
mean
saying
you
is,
blowing me
all
trying to
I'm
tell
saying
me how to
is,
drive.
me giving you
When all
a
you gotta do
helpful
is take
tip
them keys. When
is
all you
not the
gotta do is take
same
the
as
keys.
I want to drive. And
Well then be
she'll look at
quiet.
me, do you want to drive? And I find myself, I'm like, no, I don't.
Well be quiet.
And then it's like, also I can't say, so if you drive, I don't have a right to say
Not
anything.
tell me how to drive. No, sir. I got a CDL license just like you got one.
Oh, y'all see how this go? And this is what happened. Thanks a lot, Shauna. This was a good one.
I mean, full blown out argument, y'all, for
We
real.
let each other
Like,
have
why
it.
don't you just take the keys? You sure? I'll be like, you sure you don't want to drive? Can y'all imagine me? Like, what she say? Rob will pull over and get out the car.
I don't blame him.
Anybody else have any of
I
those
don't
nitpicky
blame
things they
him.
spouse
Get
do
out
to
the
get on
car,
their
Ryan.
nerves? I bet you we didn't experience
Get
this.
out the car. Man, this is so funny. And I be yelling. So
I can hear her now. I can hear Charlotte. Can't you hear her?
oh, I know it. She wanted him to get back in the car.
And I can see his face.
Ooh. Listen, guys. Sometimes extending grace means just being quiet. Shut your mouth
Yes.
up. Shut your, as Pastor Mickle say, shut your good mouth up. Sometimes it's just a blessing in shutting up. Okay. And that's even a form of extending grace because in the heat of the moment, this is when you're saying this is where the stuff starts. Okay. Y'all know how it is. You start talking stuff. But we definitely want to focus on extending grace. We found that to be a big problem in a lot of relationships where it's like you got all this patience and grace for everybody else, but you don't have it for your spouse, And that's definitely something that we found to be helpful for us. Extend grace to each other as you would extend to other people.
It's a new thing we started doing. In the mornings, and you pray, you
I
get
don't
up
know
and
what she
you
finna say.
get your affirmations and you make your declarations and you do all that, right? And we pray, and I'm like, I'm not gonna let you get on my nerves today.
Because
Because I know he gonna do it, but I will not allow you
Wait.
to get on my nerves. And then I would say, and please don't let me get on your nerves, because that way, if we do something, we just agreed to give each other a pass.
You know how that started? Shauna? It started. Um, she look at me, she saying, I love you so much. Good morning. I love you so much. They say, promise me you won't get on my nerves today. Listen, y'all, she allowed me. You know what halal is? Halal is when you've been rubbed and you've been made to feel real comfortable. That's what they do with them animals. They should do with the animals before they sacrifice them. They rub their head, they allow them get real relaxed. Then so she allows you, and I'll be thinking, I love you too. Say good morning, babe. Then she say, promise me you won't get on my nerves today. And I'm sitting here like, okay.
And it never so I just have to take responsibility and extend some grace.
Oh,
Speak into the atmosphere and decree and
be trying,
declare.
be
I will
trying.
not let you get on my nerves. And
Well, see,
please
this is the
don't
main
let me
thing
get
though.
on your nerves.
This is the deal that we made with each other because we know, being realistic, we cannot promise each other that we won't make each other angry. Okay, we be lying because I'm telling you, 25 years I done a lot of stuff to get Olita angry with me. I wasn't even trying; it just happened. So it's gonna happen.
You
What
just
we
didn't try
promise,
not to. You
what
just
we
didn't
prom,
try not to, chump.
what we promise ourselves is, I can't promise you I won't make you angry, but I will promise you that I won't intentionally hurt you. That's a
Yeah.
difference, guys. There's a difference when you in a situation and the other person is saying, "Hey, when you did this or when you said this, this hurt my feelings. This hurt me." At that point, whatever the argument was about or whatever it was should pause. And at that moment, it should be addressed. Oh, first of all, I need to apologize because I would never want to hurt you intentionally or unintentionally. You know, deal with that part of addressing the hurt because that's something that we don't want to do. So we don't ever want our feelings to be hurt. So it's like pause on everything else. Let's deal with this hurt feelings and apologize for that. Then we can talk about whatever happened. And sometimes we can come to a resolution in that conversation. Sometimes we have to agree to disagree for a moment, pause, and come back to it later. All things, guys, that makes it healthy and allow you to be able to have a lasting and effectively working relationship as a couple. Mm-hmm. Communicating and not shutting down is so key. You're so right about it.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Because I used to do that. I used to, let me tell y'all, I could hold a grudge for some days. Or they can make me mad about 3 days. I'm cool. You ain't hearing nothing out of me. She always said I'm like a creepy cat in the house anyway. I ain't got nothing to say. I'm quiet. But I would notice she'd be upset with me. She come in the room. I know I didn't get on there. She come in the room. She's like, "You ready to eat?" And I'm like, "Yeah." Like, what? She want to feed me. Like, oh, she'll stay mad. So I'm like, you know what? And one day she told me, "You stay mad too long, little boy." And I'm like, you know what? That ain't cool. That ain't extending grace. And like, nah. So I learned now how to do it. I get on the nerves. Later on, I know how to go in and you want something to
You know
eat.
what that was, right?
What was that?
I was saved and you wasn't. I got you saved. I brought you to the water. You took a good
you
step.
you knew you knew the Lord
I knew
better
the
than
Lord.
me.
Yeah, you just was
Boy.
preaching, but I was saved for real. That's what that was.
Well, I want to thank you so much, Arlita, for my soul salvation.
You welcome. Glory to God. Glory to God in the highest.
Thank you so much for that. I
Yes.
do appreciate that. I think this has been good. I really do.
Yes.
I think this has been good.
Y'all just love on each other. Love and another boundary. What somebody saying something, Shauna.
I would have to constantly tell Rod it's not fair to punish me with the silence. Oh my goodness.
Can I speak on that one?
I guess since you
Shauna,
were somewhat a
listen.
victim.
When I realized, so okay, because I got as he testified and said that he would do that shutdown thing.
Why'd you say?
After a while, I'm like, okay, so you think your silence is a privilege, evidently, because you're gonna take something from me. You can't punish me with your silence. So how about this? You quiet, your mouth quiet, then ain't no food going in it. Ain't nothing. Then I'm just gonna get quiet too, and I ain't saying nothing as long as you ain't saying nothing, because I don't want to force your mouth open. Okay, so you gonna punish me with your silence and your absence? No, that ain't right. Okay, yeah, keep that same energy.
I
Keep
let
it.
that one go quick. I let that one go quick, y'all. As y'all
Okay.
can see, as y'all can see, as you see,
What she say?
boy gotta eat now.
Oh, she said, "Girl, I talk too much. I be forgetting."
Sometimes she do too, Shauna. Sometimes she forgets. Sometimes she forgets she mad and start talking. Yeah,
And then
she
I get
do.
a whole
And then
attitude.
she
I'm
get
like,
an attitude
dog,
like,
I wasn't even
I
supposed to
ain't
be
even supposed to be
talking to
talking to you.
you.
Yeah,
Y'all
everybody said,
listen. And it's like, oh, you get on my nerves. I wish I ain't love you so much. Oh, you get on my
why you love
nerves.
me like you do?
See,
It's why you love me like
maybe
you do.
that's just
Oh, wow.
why I love you so much.
You know, my song was a little more up tempo.
Look, that was the one I could try to pull out.
Well, guys, at this point is where we would, if you guys had any questions that you want to shoot out to us, you can. We would like for you to do it so we can dialogue with you now. But if you got some questions that you would like to ask us, also feel free to shoot that in our what you call it,
Our inbox, what they DM us.
inbox or DM. Y'all know I'm kind of slow. What is direct message for? What social media is that for? Somebody tell me.
Cause I think I know, but I ain't hip either.
I don't mess with DM. I hear people say DM. Everything I've heard about DMs don't be good. So I don't never tell nobody DM because I think it's just like some DM is the equivalent to like devilish managementness. Does DM mean devilish managementness?
Direct message.
That's what it means.
I believe so.
Where do you direct message people? What platform do you direct message
I
people?
think you can do it on Instagram and Facebook.
So what's inbox for?
I think inbox is the way the grown people say it. Are we right?
Y'all better help
Because
us.
it's called check your inbox. So you don't tell somebody to inbox me. I think the inbox is where the direct messages go. Am I right? Oh, we sound so old.
Y'all better help us because we don't know. I just don't never tell nobody DM me.
I'm right. Okay.
I hear some
Somebody.
bad stuff like they in my DMs. What they doing in there? Telling
So
me
I think
stuff.
so the young people say they in my DMs, and then the older people say they don't inbox me. They in my inbox.
Oh, so Shauna said you're right. So Shauna,
See,
is
I'm
it
hip. That's why
the
I'm saved and I'm hip.
direct messaging? Direct messaging is for Facebook
And Instagram,
and
I think.
Instagram.
Yeah. I don't know if you can direct message somebody in Twitter
Shauna
or
said
TikTok. Can
inbox.
you direct message somebody in Twitter and TikTok?
Please, y'all help us.
Sean says she say inbox. I say inbox too.
I say inbox. So then, what is the DM? What is this DM?
Travis, Google it up.
Google it.
Yeah.
Google be lying. Google had too much stuff.
Okay.
It don't
So,
be right.
do we have any announcements other than we don't know what DMs are? So, we have the book relaunch.
This is true. This is true.
So, give me a sec. Travis, you got it?
I do.
All right.
I'm gonna say this it.
So,
Uh-oh.
yeah. So, what we have, that's not it, sir.
That's not it.
No, that's not it.
Is this
There
it?
we go. Yeah. So that barcode there, guys, you can scan it and it's gonna take you to where you can purchase the ebook on Amazon
Mhm.
or DM me. Hey, DM me for the hard copy. My website is about I'll say about 80% finished. And but if you go there, my website is askarlethakent.com. So ASK So you go there, it's gonna take you there, but you'll see that it's coming soon. So we had a little delay because I did what I do and focused on my husband's launching of his music, and we're excited about the things that's happening there.
We are very excited about that.
Yep. All right, Travis.
Also, guys, connect with me and stream my music. God is shifting. This is my single that's out. You guys can scan the code there. And just as Arletha stated, it will all of my information will be there. All of my digital platforms will be there as well for you guys to go and check. I really need you guys to go stream my music. It is available on iTunes, YouTube, Spotify, Apple Music, and more. I do believe that the testimonies that we've been getting from about the song, many people have been being blessed from the song, and I want a lot more to be able to because God is indeed shifting. And he's shifting, and it's the thing, he's shifting in so many different areas because he knows exactly what we all need. So you may not be able to see it. It may not look like it because we know we walk by faith, not by sight. It may not feel like it because we know that though we have emotions, we as children of God should not operate in our emotions, but we operate by faith. But by faith, we know that God is shifting things in our lives. So please support my music, and that's what I want to say about that. Am I honest?
Amen. I want to thank everybody who kept their word and submitted testimonials for the book because I'm using those on my website.
Mhm.
Those who did not get to do it, it is not too late. What happened was in the instructions that I sent you, lovely people, I gave you a heads up that after a certain period of time, which would which was listed when you click the link that I sent you of the ebook, that it expires. So if you allowed your link to expire and you need a new copy, DM me. I'll send it one more time, but please remember after like I think it's like 3 days or so, the link expires. Okay, so I want to thank those who were able to do it, and I had some people had some legit stuff going on, and we definitely are still standing with you all. You know who you are, who communicated with me that dealing with some serious things and working through, and so it's never too late to send a review. And so just when you have a chance, I would greatly appreciate it. But yeah, so I just want to acknowledge y'all for being able to do that, and the ones who couldn't that communicate with me. That's all I asked for. Just give me a heads up and let me know, and we standing with y'all.
Man, so at least I think it's about that time for us to pose the question
Yep.
for the winner of tonight's um, giveaway of a trip to either Cancun or Las Vegas, and
You
we're
can
gonna go.
go
I'm
ahead.
sorry.
I'm gonna say there's a graphic for that.
Yeah, I'm actually getting ready to.
Okay.
So the question, or are you saying something else?
No, there's a graphic tell because we said we were going to give the details of the trip.
Okay, I think I got it here.
Yep. So it's from sharing uh, and liking, following, commenting. You get to win a trip to either Cancun or Las Vegas. Las Vegas is 3 nights and Cancun is 5 nights. So it's not all inclusive. It does cover your hotel stay. And so Las Vegas is valued at $970,
Mhm.
and it puts you on the main strip. Uh, Cancun, you have, I believe, there's either 4 or 5 different resorts to choose from. All of the availability is based on when you decide to travel, and it's both of the trips are good for 2 people. Okay. Um, the Cancun trip, I believe, is like right at 1,400 and right between 1,450 or something like that. Um, and but all thing you're responsible for is the taxes. So it's like $40 per night per trip. So it'll be Las Vegas $40 times three, and Cancun $40 times five. Now Cancun does have a resort fee, and it's just per night, not per person. So it'll be $40 for the resort fee. So basically $80 a night for Cancun and $40 a night for Las Vegas. So from the time that we send you the offer, you get 7 days to secure the taxes, and then you get 18 months to plan your trip. Okay.
All
And
right.
yep. And I think it's safe to say Shauna and Lisa both were communicating, and Shauna, only thing we didn't do is have her face up here, so she was part of the show. So um only thing I need from y'all, if you decide you want this, I need you to DM me your name. Well, I know y'all names, but just so I can keep it clean and copy and paste. Your name, phone number, email, and the destination you would like to go to. And I know it ain't nothing for Shauna to get on an airplane and go somewhere. She stays somewhere on vacation. So inbox me where you would like to go, and I can send y'all the information for that. Okay. And yeah, so that's what I need. And that's the information on the trip.
So are we doing the question?
Yes, yes, yes. Let's see.
All right, here we go.
So the question, let's see. What was one of the key elements that we discussed tonight, which we talked about a lot of things, but if you could just mention one thing, one takeaway from our discussion tonight, what would it be that we talked about?
And the first person to post their question will get the trip.
Yep.
So we will definitely be looking for it.
And Lisa and Sean, I believe y'all both shared. Y'all will get a T-shirt also. So I'll send y'all. So y'all get a T-shirt. Let me make a note. So y'all get a T-shirt, and y'all get a trip if of your choice. So let me write that down. Lisa and Shauna. Shauna needing a small and all that. Her little slim self. I don't need your size. I know you wear a zero. Okay, I think I know Lisa's size too. Cause she been back on her keto. Y'all inspiring me. I've been busy. I'm coming, y'all. I'm coming.
So even if the person does not post the question
Now
now, before we go off the air,
we will
the
be paying
first one that
attention.
we see who posts the question will be the one who gets the prize and the trip.
Yep.
So
So Shauna was the last one to comment in here, so we'll know where to look and see
exactly.
if somebody commented.
Well, guys, we thank you guys for joining us for another Mind Your Business Monday. We've been so pleased to have you guys with us. Again, we're here. Normally, we're here every Monday at 7. We did have to.
We have some technical things that because we trying to learn this platform and work it and all that good stuff. So today was a
Now,
little delayed. We apologize.
moving forward, it's up in the air. There may wind up being a change where we may wind up moving to 8 p.m. but we will keep you guys informed if we decide to do that. Okay. And Aretha, I'll let you close us out.
All right. Well, y'all, we thank y'all so much for hanging in there with us and supporting us and liking and sharing and encouraging us. It means a lot. Even the people that did DM us and encourage us and just was thanking us for our transparency. We praying with y'all. We all got this. We got this. Ain't no perfect relationship, but we can
None
have
whatsoever.
healthy relationships,
This is true.
right? So let's just strive to be better, strive to be considerate, strive to be understanding, and yeah, we will be all right in Jesus' name.
We
So
will.
everybody, remember to mind your business.
Mind your business. And
All
we
right.
see you guys back here next Monday. All
That's
right.
right.
2 fingers, guys. Oh, don't forget to like and share, guys. Like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel, On Point Alliance. Okay.
All right.